Dear 10 years ago, this is the hardest letter you have ever had to write. You are 20 years old and she is still a constellation. You've just changed your major to theoretical physics. Your mother thinks you're crazy. You will change your major 5 more times in the pursuit of words like logic and career. You will miss everything you aim for, trust me. You will never stop looking up, but she will. The change comes so swift, you sometimes wonder if it was always like this. You rehearse your leaving for 3 years. In the end, nothing you intend to say will be said. Instead, she holds fast to your ankles and weeps. You will know it is not really about the duffel bag in your hand or the silence of your exit, trust me. The hollow down the middle of your bed is new, but you will come to love it. You will never love the way she suddenly began to turn her back when you took off your clothes, or the way disgusting slipped onto the pillow you were no longer allowed to touch. This is where your obsession with the meanings of words begins. Latin becomes your best friend, invites itself in. Etymology, your favorite first date. But there's one word you will avoid for the better part of a decade until it drops from a high school student, subtle and heavy as a trigger finger. Shame. Shame is not the first time you decline an offer to join a beautiful girl in the pool the first time. You hardly notice. Shame is a crescendo of a slow burn in the summer sun. Shame is hot sweat on the upper lip. Shame is 10 years later and mirrors still shake you. Shame is how long it takes you to tell your students you know exactly how they feel in the morning. The familiar ache of self-hate. You're 29 now, more pen pal than teacher to students, so bright you no longer fear the dark. Students who make you laugh even while telling stories they beg you not to share, and you don't. Because you know what it means to pretend. You know what it means to be strong when your insides are crumbling. In a few weeks, the doctor will make a joke about twins. When you realize he isn't joking, your wife will panic. You won't. This will leave those who know you best slack-jawed and bursting like a Tulsa skyline in mid-September. You aren't afraid anymore. Father is not something you run from. Deep down, you know it is because of them, your students. Their awkward obsession with imbalance, too fat, too thin, too tired, too hungry, too terrified to speak, too much universe for one heart, too big bang, too many galaxies with too many stars, too few words for it all. There are days you wanted to leave this life so bad, you stuttered friendships to speechless and practiced invisible. I'm writing to tell you, it doesn't work. It never did. Thank God, it never did.